with solutions.
Professional tennis has always been a sport ruled by the upper class. Coaching and court costs are expensive, making it nearly impossible for the underprivileged to compete. But one inner-city kid has almost beaten the odds. He's used his talent and determination to rise above a life on the streets, but he's going to need help to stay there. That's why we're crusading to fulfill the dreams of a rising champion. To grow up in South Central LA means there's a good chance you'll be dead or in prison before you can become an adult. LaGeorge Mauldin lives here, but his chances of survival are good.
Good.
Good because LaGeorge can play tennis, and he's good enough to play with the best.
Ah, nice slice. One-handed backhand.
Former U.S. Open champ Tracy Austin.
His strokes are excellent. Whoever's been teaching him so far has done an excellent job. They're nice and smooth, very simple. There's not a lot of extra motion to his stroke, so he's a good prospect.
First, I wanted to be like Michael Jordan, play basketball. Then I wanted to be like Malaville, Washington. And then I thought to myself, why not be the first LaGeorge Andrew Mauldin?
As the -- 2 seed in the Southern California 12-year-old junior division, he's following the same footsteps as Michael Chang.
That's good. When did you start playing?
At the age of 6.
Age of 6. Oh, so you're like me.
It was more manly to hit with a one-handed backhand?
Yeah.
Tennis legend Jimmy Connors.
Sounds like you got it mostly under control.
At one time, it seemed as if he did have everything under control. A family friend, Ricky Ross, made sure of that by becoming his sponsor, paying more than $15,000 a year for his training and travel to the various tournaments. While so many of LaGeorge's friends were being swallowed up by the streets, every match was bringing LaGeorge closer to a national ranking, closer to fulfilling a dream. Then suddenly, everything changed. Disaster struck when Ricky Ross was jailed for selling drugs, and LaGeorge had to withdraw from a world he so desperately wanted and could no longer afford.
Guess what I just got through hitting with?
Who?
Tracy Austin.
Big Tracy Austin.
And her
How'd the
husband.
hamburger hit?
Fine.
Richard Williams is LaGeorge's coach, an inspiration to the inner-city kids at these South Central Los Angeles tennis courts. He's seen too many promising kids drop out, only because they did not have enough money, and he worries about LaGeorge.
Where's the footwork? Where's the feet? Give me my footwork!
Right now, he's at a stage where I think he can go up or he can go down.
He needed to get into a world-class tennis camp, so we contacted the famed Bollettieri Academy in Florida, where tennis greats like Monica Seles and Pete Sampras have trained. We convinced the Academy to accept LaGeorge at their training camp in Santa Barbara, California this summer, free of charge. If LaGeorge does well there, the Academy has agreed to give him a scholarship in their Florida camp.
I think it's a sport where if you want to play it, you can play it, but you got to have money for you to get the proper practice.
We also wanted to do something for other inner-city tennis kids, so they too could have the opportunity to pursue their dreams. We talked to the American Tennis Professional Tour. They wanted to help, and showed it at their first tournament of the year in San Jose, California, by providing a generous donation to be shared with underprivileged kids.
I want to thank the Crusaders for telling us about LaGeorge and his special future, and our being able to be involved in that future. The IBM ATP Tour Charities Program would like to present a check for $5,000 to the California Tennis Association for Underprivileged Youth.
In tennis, the underprivileged are barely visible, not for lack of talent, but for lack of support. Hopefully, LaGeorge Mauldin will be the exception. Someday, kids like him will be the rule. A spokesperson from the Bollettieri Tennis Academy told us that founder Nick Bollettieri plans to take a personal interest in LaGeorge and the future of his tennis career.
All right, thank you, Howard. Here's what's coming up next week on the Crusaders.